What better video to post on Easter, am I right? And hey, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's gonna better your day. I hope it's gonna make you feel better about your situation. I know a lot of you guys are going through some rough stuff. Hopefully all this wholesome stuff will, brighten your day and make things, not feel so doom and gloom. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you at the end. My daughter went to babysit for a new client. Single mom. Almost no furniture. Water is turned off. Instead of leaving, my daughter said that she would watch the kids for free and texted me, "Dad, can we get her water turned on?" Yes, we can. I love that kid. I'm sure that mom is really grateful that she found the right babysitter to help her. Not everybody can, just switch someone's utilities on for them. And it's cool that this guy can do that. That's really nice of him. It's a rare thing to see. But the funny thing is that we're slightly seeing that more now because more people need help. And just a lot of individuals are going out of the way to, support in any way that they can. And that's really nice that they were able to turn on this woman's utilities for him. That's really nice. That's really cool. This next one is a little tragic, but very nice. The context is that it's an elderly person putting a note in their medical file to forfeit their bed to a younger COVID patient. If I end up in the emergency room because of it, and I strangely believe that there is a shortage of life-saving equipment on hand, I must sacrifice myself to give a younger person a chance to live. OP said it was a guy, and we don't know the guy's name, we don't know his backstory because they can't share that with us clearly because, he's a patient. That being said, he should get recognition for this. Someone should go out of their way to find this man and, tell him that he's an amazing person. I hope he's still alive and I hope he's doing well. But yeah, he didn't have to forfeit his bed. He didn't have to give up his spot for somebody else, but he wants to because he's a bro. He's the biggest bro out there. You didn't have to do that, and a lot of people would find that a tough situation, a tough trade to make, but he's a cool guy, and we really need to find a way to give him some recognition for this. I think he deserves it. From Allendale Police. If your young child has a birthday coming up during these unexpected times, please reach out to the PO Kevin Evizado at kevinevizadoallenDalePolice.org to set up a special drive-by with lights and sirens on their big day. We'll do everything we can to make their day a little bit brighter. It's really funny, you forget that this situation that we're all in really puts a damper on normal stuff like birthdays. And activities like this and going out of your way to, celebrate a kid's birthday just by driving by and waving and saying happy birthday really means a lot. And of course you get the comments that say like, oh, some kids need to know, not every birthday, they're not going to get everything that they want simply because the situation's bad. And I understand that lesson. It's a very good lesson to learn, but I don't think a 6-year-old needs to learn that right now. I don't even think that someone that young has the ability to comprehend what's going on right now. I mean, really, it just seems unfair to them that they can't get to see their friends or they can't get a toy. So why not just go out of your way to make, something simple happen like a drive-by? That really costs nobody anything to do. Waving at someone is free. That's just the way I look at it. I mean, if you guys disagree with me, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. But seriously, I think we should go out of our way to at least make sure that young kids get a slightly nicer birthday this year. Got to take my baby sister to her first daddy-daughter dance the other night. Sorry you don't have a dad, but I'll always be there for you. She's gonna remember that forever, dude. And that's some mad brothering right there. You really came in clutch for her. That's nice. Oh man, this dude used $900 from his savings to buy gas for more than 50 Detroit nurses. Now, from what I read and what OP said, the guy already didn't have enough money in his savings account to really last him a month, but he was still willing to give a significant chunk of what he saved up to nurses who simply just need gas to get to the hospital or to get to homes to pick up patients. And that's really amazing. Madhya Pradesh health workers whom stones were pelted by locals yesterday at Tapati, Bakal, and Indore today visited the same area to carry out screening services. Dr. Zakia Said says, "We sustained injuries, but we have to do our job, and we will not be scared." I'm confused to why people were throwing stones at them to begin with, but that aside, they still come out to help these people. People are literally throwing things at them, trying to injure them, and they're simply out there to heal them. And that's awesome, alright? That's amazing. Because I know for a fact if I was in that situation, my altruism and my sympathy for these people would certainly go down, simply because they kept throwing stones at me. We need more people like them, people who go out of their way to help populations that don't want to be helped, especially populations that will throw stones at them. So yeah, I have no dedicated GPU. I have an AMD A107860K CPU, plus a Gigabyte GA F2A A86X DHP motherboard, so yeah, that's my parts list. Sorry if I'm messing up the lingo, I'm still learning about everything. I'm able to play Sims 4 and some indie games. Frame rate's not great on most things though. Lately, I've been emulating games. I've been working through the Final Fantasy series chronologically, and I was able to get some GameCube games to run okay. Son, where do you live? I have an old GTX 660 in my drawer collecting dust. It's not the best in the world, but it's yours if you want it. Ah, my heart! You love to see it. You love to see it when other PC enthusiasts just help other people out. r/PC Master Race has so many stories like this, where people will go out of their way to send you old parts, or just give you parts lists, or straight up just purchase new builds for you simply because they want you to be able to engage in the hobby just as well as they can. And that's amazing stuff. It's so nice because it really blows all of the stereotypes out of the water when it comes to PC gamers, because really we do care about each other until we get into game. So the kid in the video is named Elijah. He passed away, unfortunately, but his family made sure before he left this world that he got to see all of his favorite artists, and they actually came on FaceTime and they actually talked to him, and you could actually see a smile on his face. Like, it's a really wholesome video, and I hope you guys can handle all of the wholesome vibes, because yeah, it's really sweet to watch.
That's fun.
Whoa!
Yes, whoa.
Yeah, it's dancing.
I'm so honored that you invited me to be one of your favorite artists, buddy. Thank you.
What's up?
Yes, sir. I love you, dude. I appreciate that smile, sir. Thank you. I love you, buddy.
I
love you.
Love you, I love you.
love you.
Say bye to him.
Bye-bye, buddy. I love you, dude. It's such a pleasure to meet you, man.
Hey everyone, I'm very sorry for the late message in regards to how rent payments will work from here on out. I would like to relieve some stress off your backs and let you know that you do not have to worry about rent for the foreseeable future. I will give about 30 days notice before we resume rent payments, but that won't be for a while. I know a lot of you have lost your jobs and are struggling. This is an unprecedented time, and I know what it's like to have no source of income. I am fortunate to still have my full-time job, and I want to be able to help others. Please, if you are financially struggling and you are in need of anything, essential groceries, medicine, you name it, please text me back at this number or email me at this, and I will grab it for you, free of charge. You do not have to pay me back. Even if you're capable of paying rent, hold on to the money for your own good. We do not know what's to come, and I don't want any surprises to come for you. So for your own good, I recommend you to keep it unless you absolutely want to pay it. I really don't care about the money right now. I care about you, and your health and your safety is #1 priority to me, and you shouldn't be struggling to find a roof for your family. Please do not hesitate to call me if you want to talk about anything. I'm here for you. Thanks, Chris. Not every single landlord can do something like this, but a few can, and I hope that you're in a lucky situation where your landlord's feeling a little bit altruistic. But yeah, this is nice. It's a cool situation that he really wants to, make sure that his tenants are safe. And to be honest, he really didn't have to do that. Actually, he could have just kicked everybody out, but he didn't, which goes to show he has a little bit of a heart. I'm a landlord. My tenants are awesome, and it's hard to find good people to rent to. I informed them that this morning they can live rent-free until they get back to work. The least I could do to help them out. This guy is in an even better situation because he's able to keep the good tenants that, I guess, clean up their rooms or don't destroy the utilities, stuff like that, and that's amazing. He's able to keep a customer. He understands that this is going to be a temporary situation, so he just wants to make sure that he can maintain a pleasant customer base. So don't sleep on it. This is a really good business move. He's able to keep tenants that pay on time and probably are going to remain tenants with him simply because of this small little act of altruism. So not only is this bro nice, but he has a big brain too. He has galaxy brain. Oh, this one's sweet. Now, we don't know who laid out the quarters or who put the notes on each washer, but someone went out of their way to prepay the washing machines and the laundromat so that other people can get a wash during these really trying times. That's awesome. Because think about it, not only did people get fired from their jobs, but they also got evicted from their apartments because they can't pay their rents. And without an apartment, they can't wash their clothes, or they can't have access to the apartment laundromat. But hey, the local one down the street is already prepaid for you, so at least you can wash your clothes while you try to find a new situation, and that's awesome. This next post is nice. It's a clip of a bunch of healthcare workers clapping up janitorial staff, because people really forget that they're doing a lot of hard work too. They're making sure that the hospitals are clean and making sure that everybody doesn't infect everybody else. And we don't really hear a lot of stories about them, but it's nice that they're getting a recognition here. It's really nice seeing the smiles on their faces too. Like, you can even see it through the masks. It's insane. It's a really nice video. Every time a homeless person asks me for money, I ask what they need it for. More often than not, they've said that they were hungry and trying to get some food. I'll suggest I'll grab them a combo at the local fast food place and everyone wins. I'll never forget this one time. There was a gas station by my work that has a Subway in it. I've seen this younger guy around the gas station a couple times, and I ask him, and he says it's for food, so I suggest we get a sub. He's ordering the sandwich, and the lady asks him if he wants the combo. He looks back at me with eyes I cannot describe, and I'm smiling. Fam, of course you want the combo. How can you eat a sub without a drink, my dude? The smile on him and the lady behind the counter still make me happy inside. I still see him occasionally, and I try to make a point to stop and talk. The animal handlers at the Oregon Zoo took an elephant around the zoo to meet other animals. The sea lions were her favorite. Yo, who doesn't like sea lions though? I mean, they're kind of scary in like those BBC documentaries when they get, you know, when the documentarians get a little too close and they start screaming. But they're cute when they're at like the zoo, vibing in the water, just chilling, making buddies with each other. It's awesome. They're just really cute creatures. And on a side note, that aquarium must be insanely large to fit an elephant. Just saying, like that must be a very large room. This really nice clip is of a community showering flowers on a garbage collector during the pandemic and during the quarantine. He's outside in the environment, potentially getting infected, but he still has to do his job in collecting the garbage. And you forget that these municipality workers still have to, you know, do their work for everybody else who's staying inside. So it's nice that he's getting a little bit of recognition for doing that. Quinn answered a request from local hospitals for help with creating ear guards to keep the pressure off of healthcare workers' ears from wearing masks all day. He got busy with his 3D printer and has been turning out dozens of these ear guards to donate. Wow, it's like such a simple design, but it pulls back the cords. You have to patent that, man. Like, that's probably something that most hospitals want now. Oh my god, no he didn't. He made the CAD files available to other people so they could just print them out at their local hospital. Oh my god, that is awesome. Dude! Seriously, I know it's easy to be cynical during these times. I know I have been, seriously. But I think this has been a slight gift to humanity in the sense that we can really start just looking out for each other and start caring a little bit more. Moments like this and posts like this really remind me that not everything is bad as it seems. I know it's ugly right now, things are not ideal, but good things are still happening. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. We're making our way there. It's just the car is slow.
So, I shaved my head today for my sister, and she's sitting here because she thinks she looks ugly. So let me show you. These are meaningless, Gabby. Like, who cares about these? I don't care about them. I love you. You look beautiful, boo-boo. Boo-boo. These don't make you pretty. They don't make you. So, don't trip. Because I'm going to go through this with you.
This man right here is a true community hero. Lionel Harris of Winchester, Virginia, ran up into this fully involved house fire and saved a lady before any fire, rescue, or law enforcement got to the scene. He didn't hesitate to put his life in danger to save another life. Thank God they both got out alive. During this time in our world, during the coronavirus pandemic, Lionel Harris is still thought about another human's life. I'm proud to say he's a friend, a brother to me. Thank you, Lionel. This dude is one radioactive spider bite away from being legitimately Spider-Man, and that really goes to show how awesome he is. Hey, beat me up to impress your girl. Does your woman in your life think you're a little bitch? Prove her wrong by punching me in the face. I'll come by whenever you are and hit on her. That's when you give me the old Marty McFly and lay me out right in front of her. Wow, $250 to impress your girl. That is insane. That is the old Marty McFly, my man. Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of dudes, really liked your service, man. They paid you that money and it bettered their relationships. This goes above and beyond service. Like, this man is willing to take a whole hit just to help you out. Like, that's amazing. For those who don't know, my dad is a deputy head at the primary school in Grimsby. He spent his own free time walking miles a day to deliver lunches and homework to vulnerable kids who are self-isolating. What a hero. I'm so proud. If open world games were realistic, I'm almost certain this is what we would look like if we had full inventories. Like, this man has 4 backpacks on and both hands full. All jokes aside though, this guy is doing something really awesome. And it's happening in the UK. Yeah, Grimsby, yeah, there's no place in the United States called Grimsby. Now, this one is intense. Literally, it's a video of skydivers, vibing in the air, and one of them knocks out the other by diving into each other. And one of the skydivers save him and make sure that he can deploy his parachute before he hits the ground. It's insane. It looks like something out of Kingsman. Oh my gosh, you gotta watch it. Lost my car key while jogging the trail today, went back looking for them, and stumbled upon this. I owe my whole soul to whoever did this. Thank you so much. It's actually pretty smart to put a bunch of sticks on the ground like that, because if you're running, you're most likely going to look at the ground more than, I guess, what's in front of you. Or I don't know. I don't really go running. I like eating food in my desk chair. But, yeah, this is smart. This is cool. Cool stuff. So today is the day I have to leave you all, as I cannot afford to get a new Xbox or get it repaired because I barely have enough money to buy food right now, as my job has laid me off. This Xbox has been with me for 4 years, and I had a lot of great memories on it. It was my escape when I had a bad day, and my friends on it were really there to cheer me up when we would play. Goodbye, my Xbox brothers and sisters. I hope I can return one day with you, but with all that's going on, I don't think I'll be returning anytime soon. Nope, Chief. DM me. I got you. This is why I still have faith in the internet. I still have faith in people simply because of this. Simply because someone's going to go out of their way to spend $400 on this man. They don't even know who he is. They have no other connections with him other than a shared hobby. And that's amazing. That's awesome. It's great stuff. This next clip is pretty nice. It's of a T-Rex playing on a saxophone just so they can entertain the people who are still walking outside. This was before, like, serious quarantining, like where people couldn't really be outside too much, where it was like the 6-foot rule and everything like that. So they just wanted to play some music outside to make people happy. Hey, if you're stuck inside in isolation with anyone abusive, give me a message and ask if I'm still selling my makeup. I'll know to keep checking on you. If you ask specifically about my eyeliner, then I'll contact the correct authority for you, and I'll ask for your address for the postage. Yeah, that is the scary reality, right? That some people are coming home and having to stay home, in god-awful situations, god-awful environments, and this woman named Zoe is going out of her way to really make that easier for people, and that's more than a service, really. It's amazing that she even thought to do this, to make a little bit of coded language for these people who are going through these terrible situations, and giving them a way to get out, and that's really admirable. A Georgia bar owner removed $3,714 worth of bills stapled to the walls to give to her unemployed staff. To be honest, if I was one of her workers and she gave me a little bit of money like that, you know, with all the drawings on it and or all the stuff that people written on the dollar bills, I would spend them, of course, because I need the money, but I would also like set aside like 3 just so I could keep it, so I could actually remember. When an employer went out of her way to make sure that I was okay, that she didn't, you know, completely fire me or just take the money that was still in her bank account and lived off of that for the next couple months because she knew it was going to be rough. No, she gave me that money because she wanted to make sure that I was okay. That would be awesome. I would remember that by keeping some of those bills. Also, because the drawings on there are pretty cool too. Important news for children. Many of you contacted me, asked me if the Easter Bunny was allowed to work this weekend. I've checked with our top doctors, and good news, he can. But he's been contacted to remind him about washing his hands regularly and keeping his distance. It's nice to see that people are trying to go out of their way to make sure that kids, you know, don't miss out on a holiday because of all of this. I understand that it's really easy to be cynical and say that maybe this year there just won't be an Easter celebration or just stuff like that, but people really care about these holidays, and so do kids. During times like this, I think we should keep up the fabrication, you know, keep up the lie that the Easter Bunny is here, because at least somebody's laughing and at least the kids are smiling, and that's the point. That's the whole point. So I have a fun Paul Rudd story. I worked at CVS at the time, and my manager had just eliminated smoke breaks, so I'm on the edge of going nuts. Then Paul Rudd walks in and sees me. For reference, I'm generally disheveled in appearance. I had a wizard beard braided almost down to my nuts, and I had worked overnight unloading the truck before popping on register. He looks at me and goes, "Rough night?" I laughed and nodded. I slurped at my coffee, which was more or less empty at this point. My boss comes out the office to yell at me about something, and Paul drops what he's doing, runs to my counter, and rings the bell to interrupt the boss. I run over, and he has a single Butterfinger on the counter. I ring him out, and he laughs. He says, "How long have you been here?" Truthfully, I told him 10 hours. I sputter out something about loving him and fundamentals of caring, and he looks at my boss and says, "The best thing ever." I need Tim to help me to my car with my purchase. My back hurts. Mind taking over for him? So I go outside. He bums a cigarette off of me and bought me a coffee. Then wouldn't let me inside until I finished a whole cigarette and half of my coffee. Boss came out to bitch, and he laughs and says, "I still need help loading my car." Honestly, it's actually probably the single best customer moment I've ever had in my time in retail. Now, this poster had thousands of upvotes, and I think some Reddit gold, and OP seems trustworthy. I think that the story's real. Even if it isn't, it's a nice story. It's something to hear, right? But it's fun to think that Paul Rudd really came in clutch for this guy and saved him a little bit of trouble from his boss. The NHS has lost its 27th staff member to coronavirus. Nurse Amor Gatianao came to UK in 2002 and dedicated her career to the NHS. She's the third Filipino in our NHS to lose her life to COVID-19. We're forever in her debt. God rest her soul. I really hope that after this pandemic passes, I don't know if it will, and if life somewhat goes back to normal, we remember and somehow figure out a way to recognize all of those who have lost their lives to saving people who have COVID-19. Like, maybe we need to figure out a way to make a memorial for these people because they're forever in our debt. Kids free lunch. Dear families, we understand that schools are closed and some families rely on school lunches to help during these times. We're offering a slice of pizza, a banana, and a big gulp to those in need. Offer valid Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. to kids 18 and under. Best wishes from your neighborhood family store. Multiple restaurants in my area are doing the same thing. Most schools in my area actually can't even keep their buildings open for free lunch for students who just don't have access to food, simply because the people who are giving out the food are getting infected. So it's really nice that restaurants and corner stores and even 7-Elevens like this are going out of their way to make sure that kids are fed. I was having a really bad morning until this baby reached out at me and smiled. Oh, look at the little baby hands, little tiny baby hands. Shout out to this baby being amazing. Yes, big shout out. because I'm pretty sure this woman got a really nice self-esteem boost that day, and we all need an occasional self-esteem boost from time to time. Yesterday, I told my nephew I'm not allowed to eat popsicles because my sis doesn't want him eating junk, and he copies me. So he pulls me into the bathroom, slams the door, and whispers, "Shh, I got us both popsicles, but we need to eat them in here so my mom doesn't find out." The chief, the madman himself right here. This dude's gonna grow up to be the next Jeff Bezos. I'm almost certain. This guy is awesome. This is my neighbor Tom, and I never met him before, and he heard Jake wanted a bike from another neighbor, and also I was laid off. He stopped by yesterday with a bike for us and some grocery money for us. There is still good in this world. Today I met him, his wife, and their new puppy. Thank you again so much. Someone left a little gift card for the healthcare staff at their local hospital and left 20 bucks for him. You know, thank you for working when the virus is still going on. I know it's difficult to really be there. I know it's hard to not just leave and be with your family and, you know, make sure that you're safe and make sure that you're alive to be with your family. But they understand that these people, these COVID patients need someone to take care of them, and it's their job to do that. And it's really nice and really admirable to know that they're putting away their right to go home. And I'm almost 100% certain that these healthcare professionals understand that nobody would, get on them. Nobody would be mad at them for going home, that they still stay and they're still willing to work with patients. That's amazing. Hi there, with COVID-19 upon us, I wanted to reach out to you and let you know that we're still open for business. We have openings this week and we'll pick up and deliver your vehicle at no charge. We're taking extra precautions to make sure your vehicle is sanitized. Lastly, our local restaurant industry is hurting. To show our support, every customer that returns a text and schedules a service will get a $10 gift certificate to a local restaurant. God bless you. It's really interesting and funny to see how companies and restaurants are going out of their way to really be very altruistic during this time. I mean, I appreciate it, but it's wow, you're going out of your way. I've never seen this before. If you watch television for 2 seconds, every other commercial is a corporation saying that we're for you and we're gonna help you. And I find that to be very positive. I find that to really be awesome. But I also see the business side of it. You're not sneaky. But even with that being known, I appreciate all these companies going out of their way to really say hey, we're with you, or we're gonna find ways to accommodate you, and that's really cool. Now, if only airlines could do the same. And no better way to end the video today with a woman and her cat, and the woman going out of her way to make sure her cat has some shade so she's cool outside on the lawn. That's some nice stuff. It's been really nice to actually be with my dog recently during these times. All we do is watch Tarantino movies together, and I wouldn't change it. I think that's the best way to enjoy this quarantine, is with your pet or with a sibling or with your family, and just watch a bunch of crazy Tarantino movies. Just nothing but gratuitous violence and great storylines. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get those notifications every time. Seriously, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're having an awesome Easter Sunday. I thought this would be a really good video to post today, so I tried to, push it out as quickly as possible, so I hope you enjoy. If you want to recommend any other Reddit videos, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to recommend any horror story videos, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to catch any early Reddit videos or early horror stories videos, you can go ahead and check that out on the Patreon. For $1, you get access to all sorts of extra content. And speaking of the Patreon, thank you to Rachel, Finney, Jonas, and Hostmar. Thank you so much for your support. It's seriously appreciated during these really difficult times. It's awesome that you're still sticking with me. It's amazing. And if you want to help support the channel in another way and you're feeling a little cold, there's some clothes in the description down below. Just hit that link to the merch store and you can buy some nice warm stuff for your body. And as always, stay zesty.